What is going on, guys? We are back on another video. Today it is week 14 and 15 in our Titans Online user franchise, which means the season is definitely coming to an end. We're 10-2. I do not think we have the division locked up yet, even by a close one. And the last 2 weeks are a bit challenging. Hell, the last 3 weeks are a bit challenging. Hell, all 4 users are a bit challenging. But this one coming up right here against the Falcons, the overall for that team is a little lower because it is technically a new user. It's like a user that was already on the Falcons, then he left, and then he's back. So the team's a little bit lower of an overall because of the previous user's moves. And it's a nice nighttime game, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously a game on paper we want to win. We want to win all the games, but this is one we should win. So if we do lose this one, that'd be quite disappointing. Just like it would be disappointing if you didn't like and subscribe. Right? I know, that's definitely not cringe. About 17-yard game for Ronald Jones. I try to run the ball a lot. You know, a lot of people say run the ball more. I try to, okay? But it's not that easy. You know, speaking of that easy, that wouldn't really open. If we threw to the wheel on the right side, we would have been picked by either his user or the safety. We took a shot to Janu. Didn't work out, but guess what did? Ranu. Dude, I'm sorry. It's Ronald Jones, no. Speaking of no, look at that user. I switched. What do you mean? What user? Come on, right? Play better defense. Damn it. We were at, what's his name? We were Jonathan Jones the whole time. First and 10. Now it's 2nd and 8 after the short yardage loss. A little bit of pressure there. Kind of inaccurate in general, though. Almost had a pick with Wright, who has like 7 speed. Inside move. Kind of got beat. 1-on-1 down the field. 3rd and 8. Very close to being caught. Very close to being called PI. Thankfully, Adoree kept to his own, kind of. 7-0. Our ball at the 8. And Corey Davis getting a nice gainer. Uh-oh. Maybe more than a nice gainer. He's off to the races. We know Keanu Neal can't catch up to him. Can the other guy? No, he cannot. And you love the pursuit angles in this game. 14-0, on which it had maybe been a 20-yard gain. Instead of, you know, your casual 92-yard touchdown. I mean, it is what it is, right? Up the middle, is it Josh? He's got 2 superstars. I think he has Josh Jacobs, and I don't even know who else. And oh my, Chark. We tried to press him. Kennedy didn't even get a second on him. Not even like a quarter of a second. We got burned. But you can see the kickoff. What does this mean? Does it maybe mean, oh, he's gonna run? And Wes. Oh, Lord. Webster, I don't know why that just made me laugh. He's gonna run. Okay, I mean, sure, dude. To the outside, you know, an expert level read from us, obviously. That one-hander was just, you know, he just did it for style. He didn't need to, you know, make a crazy catch or anything. It was just a great read. And speaking of great reads, last second we find Webster on the wheel. He tries a hit stick. And instead, it's going to be a touchdown. Webster will take that in. Really good route. Really good throw, and you know, he kind of just ran. You know, all he had to do was run. That's just about it. Well, he doesn't really get much of a chance as our guys are just swarming at this point. We're holding the ground game to maybe 2.2 yards per carry, something similar to that. 3rd and 4 to the outside. Thompson, he kind of catches you with that speed. I think he's decent speed, but I believe his Excel is really solid, which is, you know, obviously we'll take whatever you can get. 2nd and 9. Really good throw, but unfortunately the rack catch didn't work. Probably should have went possession, but it is what it is. 3rd and 9, you know, last play of the first. Up 14, really good block, and no, there's just nowhere to go. Great coverage sack, which will unfortunately lead to a punt. We don't show a lot of punting highlights on the channel, so look at this one. Leads him out of bounds from the 13, so kicking from his own end zone, literally, to the 30. I mean, that's pretty good on a user league with 50% sliders across the board on that. And the dog is gone. See you later. It's 2nd and 10 to the 32-yard line, and there's some pressure. Harold Landry with a sack. It's, you know, he's always fighting, always gets close, but it seems like it's been a little bit since we've seen his name come up on the stat board there. So it's nice to see it, you know, and that pretty much sets up the punt. And could be setting our punt up as McKinley gets a sack. 3rd and 21 now after a failed play, and look at the double move. Corey Davis, I believe, absolutely burned him, and he got PI'd. You can't just contact a guy and almost stop him dead in his tracks 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. It's literally a tackle. If it was me in real life, I would run, and he runs into me, I would just fall down purposefully. And here, we pretty much dive every player because we know it's a penalty on him. The hold literally happened right in front of the play. Without the hold, our guy would have been in front of him. 1st and 17 after the holding call. Stepping far back, and that is almost actually caught. Jesus. Always got to get your SWAT in there because if not, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Jimenez with his first sack of the game. The edge is going to now have a competition between each other. Both have one. 3rd and 30. Harold forcing the throw. And Stewart, the big 6'4" safety, comes up with the swat. We probably might probably see him a little bit more often, right? I wish we saw less stick work more often. I don't know what I'm even saying. But yeah, that was a touchdown for Ronald Jones, and instead it's it's just a first down. It's nothing special. 1st and 10 for the 44-yard line. All the time in the world. I feel like we have a lot of people open. Probably should have just taken Jonnu. And here, Ronald Jones short arms it. It might even be the thumbnail. Ronald Jones short arms the ball, and it gets picked off. Come on, Ronnie. It's not the greatest read in the world, but it's definitely a read. Like, that's in the quad, and it's not picked. You know, and Ronald short arms it. I get he's not a great receiving back, but come on, man. Come on, we're playing DT user, and Jimenez on 2nd and 10 with a huge sack. Hey, hello. 3rd and 22 from the 44-yard line, 10 in over the middle, maybe, but it doesn't matter as Harold destroys him with pretty much a hit stick sack, not a regular sack. Could have punted. It's now 3rd and 5 for us, and it looks like there's a good chance both teams are just going to not have anything happen on either possession. Here, thrown all the way across the field, wide open, but somebody decided to come back to the ball when they shouldn't have and intersected the route, so it's going to be a punt. Now it's a 3rd and 6 for him. Picked off by Jayon. Can somebody play offense? Probably not. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, 38 seconds left. Looking to the outside, Mariota finds Tylen, falls forward for a little bit of extra yardage as his guy just kind of falls down right in front of him. From the 6, 1st and goal. Mariota a lot of time, barely slipping away, making things happen. He's still going, and here, last second, they're going to call it a legal forward pass, and our stand-up guy of an opponent declines it. You probably should have accepted it. It was like right on that line. It was so close. And there's something going on the play. 18 seconds left, and he's going to take it. We also take out our entire team with right there. Smart for him to slow down a little bit there to try and waste a little extra clock, which he did enough because we couldn't do anything before half. So, it's a 14-point game. There's still a chance. Josh Jacobs, 4 for 23 now after that big run. So, things are starting to motivate a little bit. I don't even know if that's the word. Here, an absolute dot of dots. He's actually got himself a chance. Although, we had the bait, and for some reason, I thought the ball was going to be really high over there. So, I went for the swat, even though we easily had the pick. And a little bit of pressure. 3rd and 11. Jimenez with 3 sacks on the game now, and he is going to go for the field goal. However, he's going to doink it. He's going to freaking doink it. I don't even know how a field goal really helps him too much there, but either way. To the outside, you see Jonnu running and doesn't care about getting any extra yards. Just run forward, fall out of bounds, do whatever. 2nd and 3, though, after a decent run. We're going to lose a lot. So 3rd and 7, behind the sticks. Quite a bit. Can we find anyone open? We do. However, the ball is a little poorly thrown because, he let him upfield when he shouldn't have. And instead of icing the game, it's wide open again because he blocks the field goal, clutches up, and we're only up by 14 still. So, it's anyone's game at this point. And holy crap, look at this ball. Holy crap, look at this trash game. Adoree Jackson, how is that a penalty? I don't know why you declined that one. In fairness, it's another BS call, but the game called it, so, he needs the help. Why not? Here's Jimenez with 4 sacks now in the game. He's going to have to punt it there. Free rusher up the middle, and we are dead. We are 100% dead. 2nd and 22 from the 28-yard line. We got that wheel going again. Kind of run out of time here. We're just going to take a shot, which is a really good throw, and surprisingly, Ronald holds on to it, so kind of making up for that short arm a little. Yeah, a little bit. Some would say a little bit, maybe not. Tylan Wallace, nice little find right as we're about to get hit. 299 yards, I believe, now on the game. And holy crap, Mariota's dead. McKinley with his second sack of the game, I believe. Start of the fourth quarter, 3rd and 15, looking for the conversion. Not really liking it, and almost got ours. Whew. When I watched this back, I didn't even know it was Jonnu because, like, that cut move, even though it wasn't fast, is way faster than anything. Jonnu's done, and there goes Webster for the touchdown. That will pretty much ice it, especially when we're still locking up. I know we did blitz there, but we also, perfect coverage. And speaking of perfect coverage, backed up last second on the blitz again on 3rd and 20. Jayon gets the pick, falls down. 2nd and 10, if there's any highlight plays, we'll show it. Oh, look at that. I mean, he's basically touching him as he's gone that angle. But you can't tackle us because that's Madden this year. Here's the fullback, Ballard, all the way down to the 1. It'd be really nice to get him a touchdown here. 2nd and goal, Webster running it, bouncing it. And with 3 minutes left, it's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 1. Probably didn't need to score here, but we did. Okay, it was the 1 yard line. Leave us alone, please. And another sack. Who is this? Is there Harold trying to tie up Jimenez? Needs one more to the outside. Good find on 3rd and 9. 2-minute warning just passed. Now it's a 3rd and 2 from the 41. Here, that's actually a fumble, but he recovers it instantly. So it's a 4th and 3 now, and he is looking for someone open. A little bit of pressure, and I believe he's going to be short, which will end the game. We, of course, had a really good game, and he had a decent game considering he had, 8 overalls less than us. And I believe at this point it was like his first couple of games back into the league. And, I don't know what people do outside of this league, if they even play Madden at all. But, it was still a good game. He had a couple of really good, solid users. I don't remember how many were actual picks, but he had a couple that would, deterred us and whatnot. So, still impressive game. And, fair sport about, declining some of the BS things and whatnot. Look at those ratings. Look at those stats. Anyways, let's move on to the Patriots matchup now, which always have some sort of weird thing happen in the game. So I don't know what it is going to be this time. Maybe it's going to be like hit stick fumbles or something, but let's get on to it. But here we are going against those Patriots. We also have a breakout scenario for Mr. Jimenez, who had a big 4-sack performance last week, and not going to be an easy one to go against for the Patriots because, the rushing does like to run the ball quite a bit and also gets rid of the ball pretty quickly. So sacks in general, he might be able to get a couple of picks, but sacks in general, probably not going to be super easy. So I'm going into this one with like a maybe, perhaps, but, I'm not going to, this isn't one of those clear cuts like some of the other ones we've had in the past. And early on there, you could see maybe almost a chance at a loss, but still gains 2 yards. Not even on the same side anyways. And on 3rd and 7, throws up to the big 6'6" wide receiver. Cannot get it done, so it will be a punt. A little in motion underneath, and we had Jonnu, but Batson, still 5-yard gain is a 5-yard gain. It's not a 30-yard gain like Jonnu had, but yeah, and there thought it was going to keep going, but I forgot that he does sit down there. Still, needs a decent little gain of 15, 16 yards. 1st and 10 over the middle, and that's a risky one, but caught by Mr. Tylan Wallace. That's surprising, especially for us. We never get that kind of luck. Ronald gets about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now from the 27-yard line. Got to get that ball off quickly. We do. Wallace, his former team, going against his former team, gets a 6-yard gain after that big catch. And look at Ronnie go. 1st and 10, takes it all the way to the 9. 1st and goal from the 9. Pressure off the edge. We're going to take a shot, and that is wildly overthrown to Corey Davis. 3rd and goal now from the 13 after a loss on a run play. We find our man, Tylan Wallace, over the middle for the touchdown. That was a very clutch play, and it will give us the first lead of the game. Ball gets knocked out yet again, so 2nd and 10. Defense doing pretty well. Can't lie in here. A little bit of a late read. Ball inaccurate on top of it, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10 now have a chance to get back on offense. It's going to take it into double. We knock the ball away, and it will be yet another punt. So starting from the 32 on offense, taking the shot deep, has the step, it deflects, and he can't catch it off the deflection. Oh, man, he's got to catch that. He just has to. 3rd and 7. We're going to take the shot, and wow, Corey Davis actually comes up with it. Getting a little lucky plays here on some of these aggressive catches, but then again, we did get kind of unlucky on that big bomb play, so yeah, take it how you will. Ronald Jones at the outside on the wheel, making some people miss, slipping away. Look at him go super freaking fast to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Fall down player there for Jonnu. Luckily, Wallace comes up with almost the catch. Maybe should have caught it. It was a 50-50 ball, though. 3rd and 8, insta pressure off the edge, and we will be going down for the sack, which will give us the 10-point lead, though, because of the field goal. So just about the start of the second quarter, we're up a decent bit. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to find a decent bit of success with the power back. Crisp pop. 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line. Over the middle, throws it high, and the 6'6" man comes up for it, but he's going to be short. So 3rd and inches, chance to get off the field, and no, it's going to be Pop finding some room all the way to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. He's going to run it again this time. We come up with the users with Gilbert. Now 6 minutes left in the second after that 2-yard loss to the outside. Can't tell. There might have been a pick there if he would have, if his guy wouldn't have slipped. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there, throwing that knowledge there. And on 3rd and 12, a little bit of luck in his favor now, as they call that PI when obviously it was us going for the ball fair and square. So, you know, a little bit of luck on that one. Extends the drive. Shouldn't have. And instead of field goal, he's a chance at a touchdown. So 13-yard line. He will get that touchdown. So, you know, that's a 4-point luck swing, I suppose. 3-point luck swing, I suppose. Maybe more, to be fair. If he missed the extra point, he might have missed the field goal. I don't know. Mariota's jab step. Sick as hell in here. Just barely catching in front of him with Batson. Just a risky pass. A couple of risky ones today that just have no reason to be done. 3rd and 3 after a failed run. We're going to find Jonnu, who's going to be running, and he doesn't have the agility for it. Literally doesn't. He has like 76 agility or something really terrible. And over the middle, nope. It's going to be a great coverage play and sacked off the edge by Von Miller. Yes, Von Miller. Of course, nowhere near as good as the original Von. There you go. Good find. Great catch, Jonnu. But still Von Miller nonetheless. 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line. I believe it is Von, right? I think so. Pretty sure. For the 38 to the 39. Just about a 30-yard run for Mr. Webster. We're going to find the same play. We go aggressive because possession catches, we've been running a few of those, so I didn't want to just completely cheese it. 3rd and goal now from the 8, and there's nowhere to go. Mariota just looking for something, can't find it. Mariota running and gets hit-sticked. How he didn't fumble, I'll never know. But we will be taking our very lucky field goal and being up by 7 points. A minute and a half in the second, and all over, and there is Hooker. Is that his wide receiver or tight end? Number 85, and he's a white guy. That just makes me think tight end instantly. To the outside in a double, and knocked out barely. It's now going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Hines gets a little bit of yardage, but not a whole lot. And we're going to get the ball back. So with 22 seconds left on 2nd and 7, do we actually have a chance? We might. We get out of bounds as well. So we have 3 timeouts from the 50 exactly to try and get something to happen. And to the outside, Corey Davis is going to catch it. And Corey Davis got some room all the way down to what? The 6 freaking yard line. 1st and goal, 9 seconds left before half, and just an ugly, stupid play. But it will lead to a field goal attempt, which will be up and good. So a weird score of 16-6 at halftime. I don't even know what to tell you, but it's 2nd and 8 from the 31, and Ronald's got room. Ronald finds more room and takes it, 16 yards. Nice little gainer. 1st and 10 from the 47. Taking the shot deep with the in the zone Corey Davis, who can't catch it. Are they going to technically count that as double coverage? Because it really kind of wasn't. To the outside, 2nd and 10. We might have had Corey Davis over the middle, but we will take our little bit of yardage gain, and Jonnu is actually hurt. Hopefully that's nothing serious. 2nd and 2. He comes up with a really good play, and unfortunately it is serious. A ruptured disc might be another season where we lose Jonnu for the postseason, which is absolutely brutal to think about, but it's probably likely the case, and there's nothing we can do about it. So our new number 1 tight end, I believe, is Sample, if I'm not mistaken. Yikes. Throws it to the big 6'6" guy again on 2nd and long. It's a 3rd and 1 now. And because of all of that, he will actually convert. Very big set of plays because, that keeps him in the game and still plenty of time. Although Harold Landry with his 2nd sack of the game might put him in the zone, and it will. 2nd and 20 from the 42-yard line, looking for someone open, and super brave hooker on the 6'6" wide receiver decides he's going to try to go for the pick. I think you probably should just always swat there. Just saying. 2nd and 20 now from the 42. He's going to be taken down for a gain of only 2. 4th and 18. This is a debatable one. Let's see if he can actually convert, though. He will take the shot deep into, like, triple quad. Almost kind of caught, but also deflected out and almost picked off the tip by Jayon. 1st and 10. Webster going to almost make it a 1st and 10 again right out the gate as he gains 9, maybe 9.5 yards on the 1st downer. And here, I don't even know who the hell this is. It's like our 3rd string running back we almost never see. Rudolph. Okay, I mean, hey, pal, if you say so, you say so. Mariota going to take off early, and he's going to get the 1st down on 1st and 10. So now we're at the 5 just before the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. We find our man open, but he drops the ball. So instead of icing the game, most likely, very much so wide open, as it's only a 13-point lead. And, the Patriots still have some life in them. Right before the 4th quarter, going to find a little underneath play to Bentley. Yikes, what a freaking find, man. That is a huge gain, considering it was like a 2-yard drag. Over the top of the field, he finds his man Bentley again. And it's going to be another huge 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line into coverage. Jayon knocks that one away. I believe it's Jayon. 2nd and 10 now from the 22. 7.5 minutes left. Over the middle, we're going to get a huge hit by Jayon, but no fumble. 3rd and 2 now. This is a huge play in the game. I think you probably come with, like, I don't know, I would probably come with a mid-blitz here, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see from the 14. 3rd and 2. He's not going to run. He's actually going to throw it, and he finds his man for the touchdown. So we're only up, what, 5 points? Is that 5? 6 points. With 7 minutes left in the 4th, there is plenty of time for him to make a play still. And Wallace, though, might erase that statement as he gets a 79-yard touchdown. That is such rough timing to the outside. Should have been a pick. Could have had a pick 6, which would have changed the game a little bit. Field goal and a touchdown rather than 2 touchdowns. But I don't think that linebacker would have made it anyways. And speaking of things I didn't think that were going to happen, Thompson with a sideline pick that I 100% did not think he was going to get. And Ronald Jones has found the lane, and he is gone. Not a chance you catch this man. Huge 60-plus yard touchdown. If the game wasn't over before, it definitely is now. Things definitely escalated quickly there to the outside. That out route a little early thrown. 2nd and 10 now from the 44-yard line. Duckworth looking for someone open. Going to throw it all the way across the field. Knocked down by probably Jonathan Jones. 3rd and 10 for the 44-yard line. Looking for the bait. Couldn't get it. Takes the shot deep. And Thompson, who's had a sneaky good game, comes up with the interception. All we need is maybe a 1st down or 2 to win this game. Corey Davis gets the first down. Now the clock is just about at the 2-minute warning. And Rudolph gets the 2nd. So that will be the score of the game. GG to the opponent. He played a really well game, and it's kind of tough. Nice screenshot. It's kind of tough to play, but overall we did get just the right amount of lucky plays to win the game. That was one of our luckier games for sure for catches and not fumbling and whatnot. That's an interesting grab on Mr. Corey Davis. That's quite the location you went for there, pal. But that was a big game because, he could have played spoiler there. I think he also is trying to fight for the playoffs himself because that division isn't super tough. The Jets might have made a push. I can't remember. But, yeah, we are still fighting for the playoffs even after that win. What do we have, 12 wins now, and we still don't have a guaranteed spot? I think if we win one of the next games, we get a spot. But still, it's still a close one. So the season's coming down to the wire. Johnny Smith probably done for the entire season, even if we make the Super Bowl, which is unfortunate. Of course, Jimenez does not get his scenario. Here are the standings. You guys can do the math on what we need to do to get a spot. It's looking pretty good, but still not guaranteed. Anyways, If you did enjoy the video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the little bell notification thing, and hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see